room indeed. Joe, nice job. Everyone, wow. There's a lot of blinking going on out here, folks. Well, good evening. Welcome to the College of Brockport's Celebration of Philanthropy. And what a celebration it is tonight. I'm John Halstead. I'm proud to be your college president. And I'm thrilled to be here tonight to kick off the public phase of our college's largest ever campaign to help our students achieve their dreams, their success, but also to cultivate what I call public-spirited generosity. First, let me extend a warm welcome to everyone who's here in the ballroom. You're looking great tonight, folks. That's good. Give yourself a hand. And welcome to our over 500 virtual audience members whose names will appear on the screen in a moment. They're with us via the internet. And you folks are looking good as well. We're glad you are a part of this special evening. As I look out in the crowd, and I know some are in the cyberspace, I see former President John Van de Wettering in the house, and I know that former President Al Brown is wired in. Yeah. As part of this virtual launch, our online audience from Texas to California, from Maine to Florida, Arkansas to New York, has a chance to chat live with some well-known Brockport folks, including Betsy Balzano, Emeritus Professor, School of Education and Human Development, Carl O'Connor, Assistant Director of Residential Life, Learning Communities, Jackie Davis, Emeritus Professor, Department of Dance, and Susan Hoffman, Associate Director of Athletics. They're online, ready to chat with you, answer your questions about Brockport. I'm going to let them handle the tough questions. But what a day it's been. We started early with meetings of the Brockport Foundation Board, which gave our campaign goal a resounding endorsement. You have to wait a moment to hear from our campaign co-chairs for more on that. Then we honored our latest level of donors over lunch, inducting them into the Lifetime Giving Societies and christening our donor wall. Then we engaged in a thoughtful discussion of the College of 2025. It's been a great day. Many of you have been with us from the start. So now we're ready to have some fun, some dancing, not quite yet, celebrating, and we have so much to celebrate. We are more than halfway, 65% of the way to our goal during this silent leadership phase, and tonight is this public launch. But so much more this night is about than exceeding a financial goal. You know, much has been given and much has been promised for this college, with so much promise itself. What really matters is the quality of education for our students. What you see transpiring on this campus each and every day. Yes, there will always be a need for another facility. Witness our CERC, our new science facility, our townhomes, our new liberal arts building, and we'll always find a way. But this campaign is not about bricks and mortar, but more about delivering our promise to students, what we call the Brockport promise. Buildings and playing fields are where this promise occurs, but it's people like you, that embody the spirit of this college. Two key people are with us as campaign co-chairs, whom you'll hear from in a moment. But first, let's take a look at another video that will remind you of the many, many reasons there are to love the College of Brockport.
I chose Brockport because when I visited for the first time during the summer, I fell in love with the campus.
I saw something special here at Brockport, and I saw a lot of opportunity.
I was attracted by the people, I was attracted by the work they're doing, and I was attracted by the really exciting things that are happening.
Brockport offers the best experience to their students.
You're going to get a first-class education.
Decided it was the place I wanted to be.
It was just a perfect fit for me.
It's family feel. It's a great vibe. I love it.
That's really when I knew this was a place that I would be happy.
It brought the world to me. I mean, I was from Binghamton, New York.
A girl from a small town in western New York wanting to get an education to have a better life.
I came to Brockport because I think it represents everything that's good about public education in America.
Keeping the American system open, providing opportunities for dedicated and intelligent young people to make a meaningful life for themselves.
It was not easy for my parents to afford a college education, and my older sister graduated from Brockport as well.
My family is a SUNY family.
My roots are in upstate New York. I was born in the shadow of SUNY.
When I graduated with my PhD, I knew that I wanted to be in a SUNY school, and I had to choose Brockport.
So it was a perfect match. It was as if someone had written the posting for my vita.
At the time, all I wanted was a job. Now I look back and realize how lucky I was.
So what drew me to Brockport, first of all, was the proximity. What made me happy at Brockport was the nearness to my heart.
So by the time we leave Brockport, we've already done so much.
I made the right choice.
One of the best decisions I ever made.
And the rest is history. There was no other school for me.
Good evening. I'm Glenn Goldberg, class of 1980.
And I'm Joe Duty, class of 1974, and we are the members of the Brockport Foundation and the co-chairs of the comprehensive campaign. And first, I'd like to say, welcome home. It's been our privilege to lead the campaign at Brockport on behalf of our alma mater. Brockport welcomed us as students, provided us with a great education, and opened so many doors. I can think of no better foundation for any student who is willing to embrace higher education and all that it has to offer. The theme of the campaign is Pursue Something Greater, and we think it's very fitting. The college asks students to pursue something greater by working hard, staying open to new ideas and perspectives, and embracing new challenges and experiences. The faculty at Brockport also pursue something greater by constantly improving teaching and learning through research and scholarship, and by engaging students in new and innovative ways. This is a very special time in the life of the College of Brockport. Never before has accessible and affordable public higher education been more important for young people and their families. While private institutions pricing themselves out of reach for so many, public institutions like Brockport are critical to the future of our communities and of our country. However, even at Brockport, operating costs continue to rise, and the support that we receive from New York State is uncertain. Private support is the only way that we can maintain the highest possible quality education and offer high-impact opportunities for our students.
At the outset of the campaign, college leadership defined 4 key priorities: scholarships and support for things like internships, study abroad, and student research, as well as support for student-focused programs like leadership development and the living learning communities. Faculty, schools, and programs to attract and support the best and brightest professors and provide them with the resources they need for research, scholarship, and innovation in the classroom. Facilities and campus beautification to make sure the campus is putting its best foot forward, and unrestricted funds, those dollars that can be used at the discretion of the administration to take advantage of new opportunities and to meet new challenges. Within each of those priorities are a myriad of ways for you to give back and make a difference. We hope that you and all Brockport alumni and friends will pursue something greater on behalf of the college by making a gift during our campaign and by helping us reach our goal. And that goal, as confirmed by the Brockport Foundation this morning, is, and the answer to Mike's question is, $25 million. Brockport is a great institution made up of generations of talented, committed, and caring people who value public education. I know we will achieve our goal, and we will surpass our goal. Thank you for being here with us tonight, both on campus and online. We look forward to seeing you again in 2016 when we come together to celebrate a successful campaign. And now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce Ms. Diane McHugh. Diane is the chair of the Brockport Foundation and a former vice president of Eastman Kodak and Company, and a very special person. Diane?
Thank you. Thank you. I want to acknowledge both Glenn and Joe for their leadership and commitment to the campaign. They've done a terrific job and have set high expectations for all of us. So if you could please give them a round of applause. For those of you who don't know me, I am an ardent supporter of public higher education. I grew up in a small Western New York town, just like many of you, and came to Brockport for an education and a chance for a better life. When I graduated from Brockport in 1977, I was 12. With degrees in computer science and business, I had the foundation that would serve me throughout my career. When I retired from Eastman Kodak 2 years ago, when I was 14, I was one of the highest ranking women in the company. I credit Brockport experience to help me develop the confidence and conviction I needed to be successful. Because of that, my husband Jerry, who's over there, and I started the McHugh Scholarships to support students with the heart and drive to succeed. I can't even imagine to tell you how rewarding this experience has been. For all that we have invested in our students, we've gotten so much more back from them as we've watched them grow into bright, hardworking professionals. It's a great feeling to know that you've made an impact on a young person in such a powerful and lasting way. As Joe mentioned a few minutes ago, now is the time for public institutions to look to their alumni for friends for support. The days of relying on the state of New York for all of our needs are clearly behind us. This is an economic reality. And like any precious resource, public education must be sustained and stewarded if it is to continue to serve generations. In the next video, members of the Brockport community share their thoughts on the importance of public higher education. Thank you.
We grew public education after World War II, and it has been the envy of the world.
Public education is the place where opportunity comes true.
We really need to have high-quality education that's affordable for everyone.
To me, public education is an investment.
When I came here in the late 70s, New York State covered really almost all of our costs.
We still think that if it's a state school, that the taxpayer is paying the bill, and of course we know that that is not true at all.
Brockport is incredibly accessible to students who couldn't look at spending $40,000 to $60,000 per year at a private institution. That's just insane.
There's an assumption that maybe the education is not as good if you don't have to pay as much for it, and nothing could be further from the truth.
The national disinvestment in public higher education that's occurred over the last really now decades, it becomes more and more challenging for students and their families to financially access higher education.
And so if our whole array of our citizens don't have access to higher ed, how do we really prepare the next generation to take over the leadership of our communities?
But when you look at even our public competition across the country, much less the private competition, Brockport is incredibly accessible.
We then are bringing in those students who can now better their lives, and by bettering their lives, they better the community around them.
And it's really that experience for the citizens of our state that give them access to a different life, give them access to socioeconomic mobility.
So I think there's a unique responsibility that we have as alums, and we all have, to support public education.
I see ourselves as playing a vital role in keeping American society open, providing opportunity for the highest quality public education at the collegiate level for families who might not be able to afford such an education.
We owe it to them.
Good evening. My name is Roxanne Johnston, and I have the very good fortune of serving as the Vice President for Advancement and the President of the Brockport Foundation. You know, I have seen these videos several times, but each time they give me goosebumps. They still give me goosebumps. There's nothing like hearing directly from the people of the Brockport community, the faculty and staff and emeriti who have spent their careers here, from students, from our friends, hearing them speak from their hearts about the value and the power of this college. For those of us who are on campus every day, myself included, it's easy to forget the impact Brockport is having on the lives of so many young people. What happens on this campus, in and outside of the classroom, in the studio, in the lab, during a semester abroad or during an internship, how these experiences inform students' career choices, their values, and their futures. When I think of it in those terms, I realize that we have an awesome responsibility to provide our students with the very best possible educational experience. That is why I believe it is so important to make sure that the college has all the resources it needs. Our students are the leaders of tomorrow, and we owe it to them and to ourselves to make sure that they're well prepared to take over the reins. Many of you here tonight have already given generously to the campaign for Brockport. On the way into the ballroom tonight, I hope you had a moment to look at our new recognition wall. This lasting tribute will recognize all campaign donors who have made gifts of $5,000 or more, and all donors who are included in our lifetime giving societies. We are deeply grateful for our thoughtful, caring, and generous donors, and very proud to publicly recognize and acknowledge them through our donor wall. We hope this impressive display will inspire others to give back as well. Giving back is the inspiration behind our next video. Thank you.
This is a place where dreams come true.
Brockport showed me that there was a world outside of the world where I grew up.
My father always said there are two reasons that a kid goes to college. One, because his parents went, or two, because his parents didn't go. I went to college because my parents didn't go, and I think that's true for a lot of our students.
Brockport opened doors.
It transformed my life.
It provided a foundation that was just remarkable for me, and for that I'll always be grateful.
I think everybody who's gone through the doors of Brockport, a debt is owed to make sure that other people have the same opportunity that we had.
We need resources that are not available from the state.
To transform these students' lives, many of whom are first-generation students.
It's going to provide opportunities and open doors that would never be available to them.
Brockport's an organism, and all parts of that organism need to be healthy and thrive.
Private money is absolutely crucial.
As a society, we need to be engaged.
I just think it's important to stay involved.
I believe it's incredibly important for the alumni to support and give back.
Alumni play a huge role in really student success here at Brockport.
It's very important, if you're financially able to do so, to give back monetarily to the college.
Additional financial support will make a big difference across the board.
Every penny counts for our students.
Each year I take great pride in writing that check and getting some money back here where it's going to matter to local kids that grew up around here. They're going to be able to pull this off because my dollars were donated.
That kind of generosity just speaks volumes about what Brockport is.
I wanted to give back. I wanted to say thank you, Brockport, for the difference you made in my life.
The campaign is going to be essential.
There's so many needs we have outside of state dollars.
Providing scholarship, supporting faculty, making sure the physical plant is up to snuff.
We can't wait. The right thing to do at this point.
We need, the help of all alumni to be able to make this an even better place in the future.
To ensure that vitality continues.
That's the way to go.
And I am absolutely confident that the students that are in kindergarten today are going to have access to a fabulous, excellent, high-quality, high-value educational experience because of the generosity of our alumni.
You're giving back and doing good and making a difference.
To me, that's priceless.
And to have that kind of connection is phenomenal.
Priceless, phenomenal. How many more descriptors can we use? All of those testimonials are from the heart. As we just heard from the Brockport family, giving back to the college is the right thing to do. But wait, here's a news flash. We are now at $16.2 million toward our $25 million goal. Thank you for your generosity, and it's still climbing. I hope that you will consider joining us on this incredible journey as we pursue something greater. In a moment, it's time to say goodnight to our virtual audience. But on behalf of Roxanne, Diane, Glenn, and Joe, I want to thank you for being a part of this history-making epic event. Please stay in touch and come see us when we travel to your area for alumni events from New York City to Atlanta to California. So thanks to our chat room hosts, Jackie, Betsy, Susan, Kelly, you're over here too, Carl. They will stay on the line for a few minutes more if you have any more questions. But before we sign off, we're going to share one last video. Last September 14th, homecoming weekend, we opened our $44 million Special Events Recreation Center. Good news is, it's paid for. We took advantage of that event to capture a special, multi-generational family portrait. A family portrait of some of our terrific students, our board members from the foundation, and I think it conveys very, very nicely the special sense of family and community we have here at the college. a sense of family and community that I speak of often. Let's see the family portrait.